Hi guys. So this one is a bit of a relaxation, chill out session for kids of any ages, but little kids are going to find this pretty hard because we're going to be still in the shapes. So I often do these poses and classes like this with my older kids group, so they'd be around between 10 and 13. Of course, it can go up past this to teenagers as well. So you'll find this video in the teen section and in the kids section of the catalogue. But yeah, as I said, little kids, probably not the best for them if they're under the age of 9, unless they're very good at staying still. It's just about relaxing, just about chilling out. Maybe it's been pretty stressful, or they're tired, or lethargic, or maybe they just want to roll around on the ground. So either way, you do need a few things, and you don't have to have yoga props, guys, so don't get caught up with this. Grab a pillow off your bed or off the sofa, preferably a pretty thick, sturdy pillow, and if your pillows are only small, grab 2. You want a strap, but you can get a belt or a dressing gown cord or any, just something long. And you might like I use a yoga block, you might like a big thick book, but you probably don't even need that, but maybe you can grab one just in case. So press pause on the video and go ahead and grab your things and put your most favorite music on, and let's go. So we are going to start, and you're going to take your pillow behind you. And you're going to put your block underneath the back of the pillow so it's lifted up just a little bit. And you can put a couple of books there as well, that's fine. And then come in front of it, and I want your bum on the ground. So bum's on the ground, but the pillow just tucked into the back. And then come and lie down on it. Take your legs forward and long and separate your feet, and then take your arms out to the side. So you're a bit like a starfish, but you're propped up. So the back is lifting a little bit up and away from the ground. Close your eyes here. Hopefully you've put some music on, your most favorite. Try and pick something that will play for about 20 minutes, that as long as we'll be doing this, so you don't have to fidget and fuss. Try not to touch a screen, even to change the music for this whole time. Just relax. Take a few breaths here. Close down your eyes. And try and flood your imagination with a color. Sometimes this happens really easily, and everything can go red or green or blue. Other times there's little flashes and snippets of colors behind the eyes. Just try and lean into one. Reds are going to be a bit more fiery. Purples are good and calm. Blues can be a bit moody and cold. Green can be nice. Anything in between. Notice your toes and your fingers. Don't move them. Let them be really heavy, so your hands and your feet are pretty much stuck to the ground. Even if you wanted to move them, it would be difficult. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Good. Open the eyes. Hands by your side to sit you up. And just roll your pillow and your book off to the side. Come down onto your back. And take your belt or your strap and pop it over the ball of your right foot. Left leg stays bent, sole of foot will come down to the mat. So if you look at my body, you're going to copy this shape. And notice how my shoulders are staying on the ground, and just reach up and hold the strap. And then use the strap to draw your right leg a bit closer to your chest. And you can bend your knee if the back of your leg is tight. The back of the leg, we call these the hamstrings, these muscles. And they can get pretty tight, which means it can be difficult to straighten the leg and draw it in. Notice if this makes your bottom lift up or you're twisting off and out. Try not to do that. Just feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg here. You might want your legs to be a bit wider, so left leg can go long down your mat. Just take 3 more breaths here, that's all. Last breath here, big deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Take the strap just in your right hand and then take your right leg out to the side. But notice if you lift up on the left side and try not to, you can feel this through the middle of that right leg. 3 breaths here. Holding onto the strap. One more breath here. Back up to the middle. Take the strap off. Bend the knee, put it down. And then just slip your right leg long, close your eyes. And you might be able to notice that your right leg feels a little bit different to your left. Maybe it feels kind of bigger and longer. There's more sensation in it. You just did that. So bend both of your knees. Keep your right bent. Take your left up and take your belt or your strap to your left foot. Again, keep your bum down and keep your shoulders soft and start to draw your left leg down to the chest. And maybe you need to bend the knee a little bit here as well. It doesn't matter how far you can come, even if you can just go to about here, as long as you feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. You might like to slip that right leg long. Take a few breaths. One more breath here. And then just take the strap in your left hand as the left leg comes out towards the side. Try not to lift the right side of your bum up off the ground. One more breath here. Good. Back up to the middle. Bend the knee, let it go. And both legs long down the mat. Close the eyes. And just notice if this left leg now feels a little bit bigger and longer than the right. Good. Bring the knees in to the chest. Hug them in. And then pop your feet down on the ground and grab your pillow and slide your pillow underneath your bum, So you'll lift it up off the ground, yeah? And you might want both pillows here because you want to be a little bit high or like a big thick, like one of those firm cushions maybe you parents have on the sofa. They're good too. And then left leg goes long, right knee comes in, and just hold on to that right knee. So all the sitting that you're doing at the desk, because of course you're sitting at your desks all day long doing your schoolwork, aren't you?
So all of that will help, or just make your hips feel a little bit tight. So this can help. Close your eyes, take 3 breaths. Just relax. One more breath. Change sides. Right leg long, left in. Couple of breaths. Close the eyes, relax. One more breath. Good. Both legs go long. Reach your arms up behind you, big stretch out. Arms heavy, legs heavy. 3 breaths here. One more breath here. Good. Arms down by your side. Keep the pillow underneath the bum as you bring your knees in. You need to shift it, you can. And then keep the pillow there as you send your legs straight up. So you're looking for a bit of an L shape here in your body. Take 3 breaths, but long, 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 slow breaths. 2 more breaths, deep. 1 more breath. Good. Take your toes, maybe they go all the way overhead behind, or maybe you keep your bum down and the legs just hang towards the chest. If you can go all the way behind, do. You can hold on to your back. Again, just 3 breaths. One more breath here. And let your bum come back down slowly. Bend the knees. Your feet will also come to your mat. And then lift up your hips and slip your pillow out from underneath you. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Hug them in. Rock your way into a seat. Good. Take the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Take your hands over your ankles. Sit really tall on your breath in. You can fold forward. Maybe your elbows come wide as you drop your head, and some of you will rest your forehead all the way down into your feet, and others won't. You can also take your hands underneath your legs. I really like that. And hook in like this. Take 3 breaths here. One more breath here. Slowly unravel. Good. So this can be a bit tricky for kids to kind of get the hang of it. So I'm going to show you. I would like your right leg to stay where it is. And your left leg goes long behind you. I'll move around so you can see the different sides. But notice how my right knee is wider than my right hip. And my foot is out over to the left side. Yeah? So we call it pigeon pose. And my right leg is behind me. So I'm just going to switch this around to the side so you can see from a different angle. If you see here, That right leg stays the same, knee bent, crosses the top. And the other one's all the way out behind me, yeah? Okay. So once you have this, then you're going to grab your pillow and snuggle it under your tummy and lie your chest and your cheek down onto your pillow. And you'll feel this around the bottom of the bent leg. Take 3 breaths. Close your eyes and get comfy and cozy. You might feel like it's a really strong shape and there's a lot of sensation here. It's okay. Stay with it. Try not to fidget and fuss. 1 more breath. Good. Lift on up. Hands to the mat. Tuck those back toes and step it into downward facing dog. And then just pedal out your legs and swing your bum from side to side. And then organize yourself in the other side. So the other leg comes forward. Knee is wider than the hip. Foot crosses the mat. Long leg out behind you. Grab onto your pillow and snuggle on in. Forehead or cheek, anything that feels good. Close down your eyes. Resist the temptation to fuss and to fidget. Just be in this shape. Like 3 more breaths only. One more breath. Good. Lift on up. Hands to the mat. And step it into your downward facing dog. Little pedal of your legs. And drop your knees down. Sit on your heels. Take your pillow. You might again want your book underneath it to lift it up towards you. And snuggle on down into your child's pose with the pillow underneath the forehead or the cheek. I know most of you who do yoga with me a lot love this posture. It's really nice. You're going to be here for a little while, so close your eyes and get comfy. And breathe deeply in and deeply out. See if there's anything in your body you can relax. If there is, try and do it. Couple more breaths here. And you know, if you're really liking this, you can stay for longer. You don't have to move. You can do all these poses again. You can do them on your own without the video. It's a really nice way just to stretch out your body and just to relax. One more breath here. Good. And I want you to find a final shape that you can be still in and really, really let go. So it might be back down into this one. It might be lying on your back. I know some of you like lying on your back with a bolster or a pillow underneath the back of the shoulders, so you kind of round over it. You choose. I quite like this, hands behind me. So find something that you can relax in that feels good. And close down your eyes. Whatever shape you're in, just take your attention to your big toes. And I'm going to name body parts, and I want you to just jump around to those body parts. Don't pay too much attention to them. I'm going to move quite quickly. Big toe. Little toe. The arch of both feet. Your heels. Your ankles. Your calves. Your shins, your knees. The back of the knees. The front of the thighs. The back of the thighs. The buttocks. The front of the hips. Your lower back, the length of your spine, each bony vertebra as it goes all the way up your back, between your shoulder blades and into the base of your skull. Your shoulder blades, your collarbones, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the back of your hands, the palms of your hands, your thumbs, your little finger, your chin, the tip of your nose, your cheeks, your eyes, your ears, your forehead, and finally the crown of your head. Now notice your whole body in whatever position you're in, the whole body. Notice how it feels. Notice how you feel. If you're not feeling so great and so strong, name the person in your head who you can talk to. Think of what you need to do today, and of what maybe you do not need to do today. Something that you can do for fun, something creative, making or drawing, cooking. big breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Slowly, keeping your eyes closed, make your way all the way back up into your seat with your legs crossed. Big roll of the shoulders. Palms come together. Thanks, young yogis. Namaste.